Okay, so here we got an invoice template that we downloaded from office.com. If you want to get invoice templates or any other templates into Excel, all you have to do is go to File, New. You're going to click over here, Invoice, and you got a list of invoices. We are using this one, the basic invoice. Let's go back to it. It's a simple invoicing template that we want to automate and make data entry into it quick and error-free. We can always punch in numbers over here. We can punch in letters, names, addresses, and then erase them, do it again. Remember invoice numbers, due dates, and addresses, glean information from different sources, put it back in here, but we want to make our life easier. So to automate it, we want to have a database from which we can draw data out of, manipulate it, extract it when we need it, and send it to other worksheets and workbooks just for records keeping. So in this invoice, we got our company's info, the street address, the website, the email, whatever you want to put in here. We got an invoice number. Our number is 1020 because we did 20 invoices before, or whatever the number is. We got the invoice date, today's date, and it's updated automatically daily with the today function. And the due date over here is basically your sales terms with the client, whether the client will pay us net 30, net 60, whenever we agree to receive payment. Here we have a bill to, the name, company name, street address, uh, city, state, and zip, phone number, and the ship to. And you can see it's different right now from the bill to address and information. We have here the description of products or services, whatever it is that you're selling, the number of units, the unit cost, and the total for that SKU number or product or service, whatever it is that you guys are selling. So to get data into the invoice and fill it out, we will store all our client information, the item list that we have, everything that we got in a database over here, so we can just extract it easily and whenever we need it. So where is this coming from? It's going to go to our database. Here is the list of clients and the information that we need to fill out the invoice. Now, where we're going to get this is from our forms. And this is what the client will see from the email that we're going to send it to him. This is how it's going to look on his phone. This is how it's going to look on his computer. But let's go back to mobile because that's probably where everybody's going to fill out forms these days. So we got our client's name. Her name is Janie. Janie's business name, the street where she is doing her business, city, state, and zip, phone number, and her email. So let's click submit. The response was submitted. Let's go and see where it is. He went over here to our responses, and we can export our responses into Excel. So to download it, we're just gonna click here, and we downloaded the new responses form. So now that we have the file, we want to upload the responses to this database. So we're gonna close this one, and we're gonna call in our controller. And this is how we're gonna control the invoicing. This is basically the system. So to import the data, let's just click Import Forms Database. And we got all our forms everything from the forms into our database. Here's Janie's company's information. So let's go back to our form and look at the new girl that we got, Janie. And as you can see, we got her name, company's name, street address, all the information that we need to fill out the invoice. We got the invoice number over here. We got the name and everything else. So here we're gonna check the shipping address if it's same as the billing address after we fill out the form. And if it's not checked, we're gonna click on the ship to and enter a new shipping address and shipping information, whatever we need. Here we got a due date, so let's put today's date. And let's fill out the form. We're just gonna click over here. As you can see, the bill to was changed and we got the list of items. We got a drop down over here and we got whatever it is that we're selling, services or items or whatever it is, products, SKUs. Let's say flowers. That's the unit cost for us for the flowers. If we are selling hotels and airlines, that's the unit cost. Kids' bicycles, stuff like that. We're gonna punch in the number of units, let's say 45. And if we need to add more description to it, let's say last items in stock. And we're gonna click enter. And we got kids' bicycles with the description. The total was calculated by itself. If you want to do something else, let's say luggage, $2 per unit cost, and we can put number of units at 100, and the description, last ones we have, click enter, and we got it over here. That's our invoice, that's how it looks like. So the due date was entered for today, they gotta pay us today. The ship to is different, so we want to change it. And over here, we got a shipping cost and the total for this invoice. If you want to change the shipping to, you can just click on it over here and it changed to Janie. If you want to add shipping cost, we can just click on it and say, let's say $120 is our shipping cost. And it changed our total to 455. If we want to enter a new client using this form, so we can just put in new client name, his business name, the street address, new client address, and his city, state, and zip code, his phone number, his email address. And we're going to click enter new client. And there is in our database. So let's say we want to know, we filled out like a bunch of invoices and we want to know which client is due a payment today. We're going to bring back our controller And we got a button over here, run due date checkup. We're going to click on it, and we get that Janie called the invoice number, and she owes us $455 that she needs to pay today. I'm going to click OK. Now let's say we got everything ready and we want to send this, email this invoice to our client. We can also do that. Everything is set. Let's just click on email. It was transformed into PDF. And let's check our mail. And we got a new invoice in the mail. And we can put in the body a new invoice attached or whatever it is that we feel like. Now that you can see that after we send the email, the invoice number automatically changed to 1021, one up. And always remember that everything that you just saw, everything here can be modified and changed. Other functions can be added. We can always tailor make anything to suit your needs, to better automate your workplace, and it's always at the cheapest cost possible. And there you have it. Thank you for watching.